you seriously broke up because you became a Muslim?
Yes.
So what did she dislike about that? I mean...
Do you know my daughters were brought up as Muslims? The intellect is saying Islam is true. And the nafs are saying, yeah, but. And then what happened, I had a car crash.
Oh, really?
On the way to see a client, yeah.
Never heard that one.
And, yes, in all the videos. And basically, then I told my nafs, what now? Because you're not going to have these things. You're going to say goodbye to these things anyway. Your girlfriend's going to go, your daughter's going to go, your money's going to go, your business, everything's going to go when you die. What are you holding on to it for? To me, there's nothing better in this world than being a slave to your desires. Because then you do what pleases you. The pleasure seekers. Temporary, superficial. But when you submit your will to your creator and you have to tell your ego to settle down a little bit, that's tough. Don't use the word creator yet for the atheists. Their minds can't handle it. Just say cause.
Not here often.
So then you say the cause has to be powerful because there's nothing we know of that is capable, has the power to do what this cause has done. So it must be more powerful than anything we can imagine. Second thing, must be intelligent for what it's done. Third thing, must be conscious to have chosen when to do what it's done. And that's that. So you could put that at the beginning of the book if you like. And if an atheist accepts that position, then he's technically a deist.
Yes.
Yeah? But he doesn't have to prescribe to a religion at this point. He doesn't have to do anything. Now, I'd say, right, so you accept the existence of an uncaused cause, and there are men in history who claim to be messengers of this uncaused cause. And you're a little bit curious? Don't you want to know about this uncaused cause?
So you're confident in the book an atheist will follow that line of thinking, that they won't just stop that?
To be honest with you, and you might have to lead them along the path a little bit. Don't forget. Yeah, completely.
You're starting from the other end, rather than saying this is a religion and we're back.
Completely. No. I became a believer in a God without religion.
Yeah.
Without the need of religion, I believe any person. Yeah, exactly. We don't need religion to tell us there must be an uncaused cause of everything, but you need religion to understand what that uncaused cause is.
Yeah.
You can't understand the nature without the revelation.
I agree with your path. So you're decluttering it. You're saying clean your mind out. Start with the logical.
That's it.
And it will lead you to that.
That's right. And then the next logical path is what?
Yeah.
How would you know about that uncaused cause?
Yeah.
How's the only way you could know? Now, how? It's a question. Go on.
Setting something down.
If it reveals itself.
It's rhetorical.
No, the only way you can know about an uncaused cause is if that uncaused cause reveals about itself.
Exactly.
Yeah? Because you can't find out any other way. You can't go see him. Yeah? So, and like I say, you have men in history claiming to be messengers. So you look in history and you look at the claims, and you come to the conclusion that Muhammad is the final messenger. He's the only messenger who said he came for the whole world. Let's test his claim.
Apparently in Christianity you can see both,
right? So you test that claim. No, but here's the irony, you see. I don't have to refute Christianity. See, if Islam is true, Christianity is refuted.
Everything's fair game at that point, isn't it? It's which one?
Yeah, no. Right. So for me, I can't buy into the concept of Christianity anyway.
And a Christian's already accepted that.
They accept the first one. No, so the differences between the Christian and the Muslim is that their perception is coming out of the Bible and Christian teachings of what that cause is. Right? What we're saying is the Quran is revealing about itself. Yeah. So, for example, where the Quran says Allah says to Jesus, "Did you tell them to worship yourself and your mother besides me?" Yeah. And that's basically the Quran taking a swipe at the Protestants and the Catholics, because the Protestants worship Jesus and the Catholics worship Mary. It's like both of them. Boom, boom. Right. But the point here is this. But the question that remains is Muhammad who he claimed to be? That's the pinnacle. And that's what the book is about. Because you can accept the existence of an atheist can accept the existence of a first cause, an uncaused cause, without committing to anything, without committing to any hocus pocus, or they can just accept that. That's fine, bang. But if Muhammad is telling the truth, then you've got to accept that.
Right, going to the motives.
A deist and a theist, right? Was a deist and a theist?
Yeah, atheist, deist, theist.
I know atheist and a theist.
A deist is somebody who believes in a deity, a creator, a cause, but doesn't believe it has any connection to the creation.
Okay.
no guidance, no messengers, no nothing. Just created us and let it go.
And you listen, you just hear living.
Basically, no guidance, no interference.
And then a theist.
A theist is someone who believes in the obviously theology that the God has sent guidance to mankind and such through messengers.
Right.
Okay, the religion.
Those come from the Bible.
So I'm going to guy today, a Druze guy.
Yeah, they believe in
And it
God.
was
Clearly hasn't been. Therefore, those very words and
he was saying that Islam is a locked box. He said you're like a mafia,
how to live.
right? And he said because you that's it, you won't believe anything else. You're stuck in that. You won't reform. You won't do nothing.
Right. Anyone can join that.
No. But what he's saying is, no, he's talking about evolving from that, right? So I said to him, look, it's very, very simple. Yeah, but I said to him, look, it's very, very simple. Islam is a locked box. It is a locked box. But I've got a key for you.
And then I say to you, but
Yeah, and I'm going to give you the key. And if you can unlock the box, unlock the box. Because I believe the Quran is the word of Allah, which makes Islam true. All right. I believe the Quran is the word of Allah because Muhammad is a messenger of Allah. Sallallahu Now, if you want to unlock the box, just convince me he's not. If you convince me Muhammad is not a messenger of God, then that will also convince me the Quran is not a book of God, which will then convince me that Islam is not a religion of God. And then you can bring your hocus pocus, whatever you want to bring. Irony is, he's a Jerusalem. I said, do you believe Muhammad is the messenger of God? He said, yes. I said, so you're done. So you snook at yourself.
Which one is that?
It's a Drew guy. We did a long video of him.
But not the final.
No, he believes in the Prophet after him, right? So when I was asking, do you believe Muhammad's the messenger of God, Allah, he was ducking and diving, right? So you believe he is, so yeah. I said, no, do you believe it? Then he speaks about a prophet after Muhammad called Hamza, right? I said, did Hamza believe Muhammad's the messenger of God? He went, yeah. I was like, so what are you hesitating for? Your prophet believes it. This is the crazy thing. Bro, it's common enough.
Yeah, okay, well,
But the irony is, he said, I'm going to bring the evidence, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Hey, look, they don't get it.
that's brilliant.
It don't matter what you believe if it cannot be reconciled with Islam. Because I believe Islam is true. And anything contrary to Islam isn't the truth. The only way you can unlock the box is take Islam from me, and then. So this is what I was saying to you. You know, when you speak to people, when I speak to Christians, I don't try and say to a Christian, Islam is true because of this, that, the other. I first say to them, why do you believe Christianity is true? I want to take that away from them, take them back to being a deist, and then they'll say to me, why do you believe what you believe then? And then I'll present Islam, alhamdulillah. But that book and
That's why I think sometimes you get a bit agitated or a bit aggravated or a bit angry. It's because they try and dodge your questions.
I just pin them, and it looks like I'm being belligerent when I'm not.
Yeah, they try and dodge your questions. That's when you start to raise your voice and they get a bit agitated.
I only care what Jesus taught me.
When people are a bit more transparent or translucent.
I think for me, when I used to watch Sheikherdnەوەی, so you have Hămză and you have Abbas and Ibrahim, different perspectives. I would say Abbas presents the truth beautifully. I'd say Hămză slaps you with it.
Yeah.
Some people out there need a slap. Some people need to be told in a nice way, cozy. Some people, and I was actually one of those, that needs to watch it and go, yo, this is serious.
Hămză.
Because I wouldn't have listened to someone going, it's beautiful.
What was it that hit you? Somebody hit you, didn't it? But when I said it to you, what was it? I remember you went, what? Oh no, I sent you the
I would say more effective.
True for the life. True for the life of
videos, yeah.
So what did you?
I would say you're more effective.
No, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that.
It depends on the person.
Depends on talking to. Yeah. But the thing is, it's like I did with Jordan. I have this methodology because some people don't realise why they need to be a Muslim. So intellectually they might think it right, but I've said this before, the hearts and the desires are resistant.
Yes. That was 100%.
So I'll be honest with you, that was me. Before I became a Muslim, I'd been convinced Islam was true.
Yeah. You didn't want to be one.
But my nuss was like, nah, I ain't having that.
Do you remember those days vividly?
I remember everything. So my nuffs are saying to me, were bullying me, if you like. Yeah. So my nuffs are saying like, where are you going to live? If you become Muslim now, you're going to have to move out of this house because you can't stay with your girlfriend and this and that.
Your wife kicked you out? Or?
No. I would have to leave if she didn't marry me. She was my girlfriend.
So you broke up, why? Because you became Muslim?
Yes. So basically...
Seriously?
Yes.
You said that one before. You seriously broke up because you became a Muslim?
Yes.
So what did she dislike about that? I mean...
She didn't want my daughters to be brought up as Muslims.
So do you... Oh, that's tough.
It is what it is. People break up for all sorts of reasons. Sometimes... See, what happens, you see...
So you've left your children as well?
Yeah, with their mother. Where's the best place for their children? Their mother.
Yeah, so you still keep in contact though?
No, they don't want to talk to me.
They don't want to talk to you?
They're 21 and 22 now.
Because you're a Muslim?
Look, there's something in this world called parental alienation syndrome. So when the absent parent is demonized by the family and the parent they're with.
Yeah, that's the same as my dad. Yeah.
So they can tell them any stories about me. And the irony is this, you see, some of the stories you could tell about me, I'd slap myself. Logically. Yeah, I would slap myself. Yeah, I know I was like that. Yeah, I know I did this. Yeah, I know I did that. But I ain't that person no more.
Yeah, my dad wasn't around when I was 7. That was because obviously I'm Iraqi. I think that was a situation, a war.
Yeah, potentially. Yeah.
So I think he came here to do his masters and PhD in Exeter University, but then got deported.
Right.
I think he got deported. I'm not quite sure. I was young.
Okay.
I don't really know, and they've got no explanation for it. But we did alienate our dad because he wasn't around.
You can say what you like about him.
Even though it wasn't his fault.
Yeah. No, the irony is this. I embraced Islam. My girlfriend didn't want to be a Muslim. She didn't have to be a Muslim. Just marry me. Just be married to me. Islamically. Not even a register officer, nothing.
She doesn't have to be a Muslim.
Just marry me. So Islamically, I'm a Muslim now. I believe this thing is true. So we need to live together. And I can't live with you. I can't live in sin, as they call it in Christianity. Yeah? I can't live in the same property as you if I'm not married to you.
Yeah.
Because you're not mahram for me. You're not.
So would you have allowed her to drink alcohol and eat pork?
Say it again, sorry.
Your wife would have became a Muslim.
Yeah, girlfriend. She was my girlfriend.
He said all he was expecting was her to marry him. She didn't have to become Muslim. That's what
No, he didn't want to convert her.
Because here's the thing, you see, and it's
To be a Muslim to marry.
no, she doesn't have to be.
No, she doesn't have to. No, it's not.
I think she was Catholic. All she needs to do is.
Is that why you couldn't live with her?
Say it again, sorry.
Is that why you could not live with her?
Why?
Because she was.
No, she didn't.
No, because I wasn't
want
married to
him.
her.
She didn't want him because he.
You know this
became
Me
Muslim.
Too. You know this Me Too, isn't it? About women being touched by
Yeah.
strange men and being alone with men and all this business. Yeah. In Islam, a Muslim man cannot be alone with a woman who's not related to him through marriage or through daughter or mother or whatever. Yeah, so he can never be accused of date rape, and nor can a woman get put in a position of danger.
They wanted to make it halal and get married to her, no
Do you
matter
understand-
whether
do you understand
she
that
converted
reason?
or not.
But she wouldn't be a Muslim.
She didn't.
No.
No.
She doesn't have to be a Muslim.
Don't say that. Say no.
She doesn't have to be a Muslim.
No, she didn't have to.
See, look, I'll make it easy. Obviously, I'd wanted to be a Muslim eventually, because I believe Islam is the best way to live. Obviously, so I'd want my girlfriend, my wife, she would be, and my daughters to be Muslims. But a flower don't grow in a day. But the first step would have to be I need to be allowed to be in a room together with her, be halal for her. You understand?
Yeah, no.
After 10 weeks of me trying to persuade her, I'd left, but I was still communicating with her. And I said to her, she said, my family said they'll disown me if I do it. So her family threatened her if she married me. They would disown her. So I said to her, look, your family are going to die one day. And then what? And then she turned around to me and said, what if you die? I was like, you know what? That's fair. So she made her decision. Then, alhamdulillah, I went to Morocco, got married, been married now 18 years, alhamdulillah. So, you know...
I might go down that route as well.
Inshallah. So the point here is this. Before you're a Muslim, you have a certain set of values.
Me and you, Jordan. Let's go.
Just a second. And you have a certain set of values. And you have things in your life which are most important. And you have things in your life which you don't even think about. When you embrace Islam and you take on this new set of values, that goes topsy-turvy. So things you didn't even care about become the most important. And things you thought were so important, you don't care about no more. Do you understand? Now the problem is, when you're with somebody whose values haven't changed, their values are still the same. But yours have gone upside down now. So where you thought you were compatible, now you're no longer compatible.
It's permissible for a Muslim man to marry a Catholic.
Yeah, Christian woman, no problem. The irony is this: he can't marry an atheist. Could only marry a Christian woman.
Non-believer.
Or a Jew.
A Jew or a Christian.
It's called a woman of the book.
The people of the book. Because she believes in the existence of a God and such. You get me? So there's a start point, if you like. some common ground. So that's you know.
That's the only bit I wanted to know about because I heard you talk about it before. But I just wanted to know
the good thing is, so I'm thinking to myself, if I become a Muslim and she doesn't want to marry me, I can't live in the house. So, and that's what my nafs are saying to me. Where are you going to live, mate? Where are you going to live, mate? You can't live here. Where are you going to live? First thing. Second thing, where was my income coming from?
On the sofa.
Can't live in the same house. Okay, and my income was coming from my finance business. I was a mortgage advisor. Yeah? Me and my father, finance company together. I was the engine room behind it. But as a Muslim, you can't deal in interest no more. You know what I said about the values? So I didn't care about that. Now all of a sudden it's the most important thing. So I had to say to my father, look, I knew I would have to say to my father, I can't do this business no more. And I know that would devastate him. So my nafs is bullying me. So my intellect... One second, just interrupt in a second.
Sorry,
relax.
that's me, yeah? That's what I mean.
So the intellect is saying Islam is true. And the nafs are saying, yeah, but. Right? So what happened then? So this was my... And I used to love gambling as well.
Yeah.
Yeah? So I would have to give that up as well and all of these things. And then what happened, I had a car crash.
Oh, really?
On the way to see a client, yeah.
Never heard that one.
And, yes, in all the videos. And basically, then I told my nafs, what now? Because you're not going to have these things. You're going to say goodbye to these things anyway. Your girlfriend's going to go, your daughter's going to go, your money's going to go, your business, everything's going to go when you die. What are you holding on to it for? That's when it made me realise, you know what, this is serious now. And then, alhamdulillah, my Muslim brother in London, I was living in South Wales, said to me, look, don't worry about somewhere to live. You can stay at my house. Well, fantastic. So now, one solution sorted. Then his brother said, I'll give you a job, office manager in my solicitor's practice. Done. My nafs has got nothing to say now.
Yeah.
So here's the thing, you see. People might be ready to accept Islam, but they're not ready to accept Islam. Because it's turmoil. Yeah? And this is why some people accept Islam too soon, and then they realise, and all of a sudden then they leave Islam and they don't even realise what Islam was.
Yeah, sometimes you get help from Muslims, which make you go, wow, I can't believe that. Because you can have friends that you've known for many, many years, and they can't even give you a cigarette.
No,
no. But Muslims are very hospitable, very.
But it works the other way as well. It works the other way as well. So let's say you become a Muslim because Muslims have been good to you, and then you encounter Muslims who are bad to you.
Yeah.
So your reason for becoming a Muslim, see, having good Muslim friends is a way in.
I'm not saying to become.
No, but it is for some people. No, but it is for some people.
Like in general, if you are a Muslim.
No, because what happens, you see, someone becomes a Muslim, they start feeling special. Yeah, brother, come now, eat roti with us and everything like that. But then that wears off.
Yeah.
And when that love wears off, then they start thinking, whoa, where's all that gone now? Oh, I don't want to do this no more. Yeah?
But you do get some really close friends. Like I've got a friend now, he takes care of me sometimes when I'm in need.
Alhamdulillah.
And I've known him for like 20 years.
Yeah. So going back to what I was saying.
Yeah.
So there is sacrifice. Now, and this is the irony of ironies. People say to me, you're a Muslim wannabe. Yeah, you want to be Muslim.
Wannabe, yeah.
Do you know what my response is? Why would I want to be a Muslim? Islam is not a choice. It's just the reality. Yeah. Like it, don't like it, tough.
Yeah, you would want to be something much more fun,
you
and more exciting, and
listen
more
to me.
popular.
There's nothing better in this world than being a slave to your desires. Because then you do what pleases you. The pleasure seekers. Temporary, superficial. But when you submit your will to your creator and you have to tell your ego to settle down a little bit, that's tough. And that's why some people accept Islam and then they leave Islam. It's not because Islam is not true, just that their desires can't take it because they've been so used to doing what they want to do.
Too many temptations.
Like I say, your mate talking to me, Phil, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And he was saying to me that
he's not my mate.
No, I know.
I met him
but anyway,
after.
I say him as a past
I saw him after your debate, the week after. I was like, wow, that's that Phil guy.
Well, what was he saying? As a Muslim, I'm missing out on all this fun.
Yeah.
What did I ask him? What fun?
I wanted to know more about him, because I thought he was more interested in Islam. But he wasn't. He was totally the opposite.
What did I say to you?
It was weird.
What did I say to you?
I was so gobsmacked.
No, but what did I just say to you earlier?
Yeah.
I draw out the argument, ring fence it, and then deal with it. So, what was the argument that Phil was presenting?
Yeah, I think
that being a Muslim is no fun.
Yeah.
You can't enjoy yourself no more. Yeah, and you're missing out on all this excitement. So that's the argument.
But you said you're having fun.
No,
anyways.
you're missing the point.
Yeah.
That's the argument.
Yeah.
Not Phil. Phil's not the case here.
Yeah.
His argument is
Yeah,
what?
his argument, yeah.
Why would you become a Muslim? Can't do this, can't do that. You're missing out on all this fun. You're crazy, YOLO. Yeah? So let him build it. Paint a pretty picture.
And then you completely smashed
And
it.
what did I say to him? What fun am I missing out on?
Yeah.
And what did he say?
Nothing.
I'm miserable.
Yeah.
I'm telling him about me. I've never laughed so much as being a Muslim.
Yeah.
The brothers around, the way we eat, we go to the mosque, we chill out, play football, all of these things.
Yeah.
We still joke about football and banter and all this.
Yeah, you can do that in a mosque rather than being in a
We're not
pub.
monks in silence.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you get me? So that was the argument. So just using that as an example. I wasn't interested in demolishing Phil as a character. Just his argument.
I think also the reason why you hit home with these people, these guys, is because you can relate to them
Yeah.
a lot more.
Listen, when I was 21, I was working in Falaraki. When I was 17, I was working in
Yeah.
Zakynthos.
Yeah,
dancing
exactly.
on bars, drinking tequila,
Yeah.
slammers, snorting flipping tequila.
Yeah.
I'm what?
Snorting tequila.
Yeah. Well, I'm what?
Oh.
I'm what? You come back to what? Grey skies, this, that, what? What's it all about?
So that makes it more of a reality, something more possible for them to do, to become a Muslim,
Look.
because you've been through that.
I'll make it
lifestyle.
easy. I'll make it easy for you. The people who think accumulation of wealth and status in this world is the route to happiness are the most drug addicted and in rehab in this whole world.
Suicidal as well.
Right. So when you're a person of our state, really, you should look at these people and think, wait a minute, we're thinking to be happy, we need all this dough, yet these people have reached the top of the mountain and are killing themselves, they're drug addicted, they're in rehab. This ain't the way. SubhanAllah, this ain't the way. There must be another way. That's not the route to happiness. That's the route to gratification, but that's not the route to happiness.
Yeah, to a bit more.
Do you know how the route to happiness? Submitting and surrendering your will
Yeah.
to your creator.
I agree with that.
And following the guidance of said creator.
Yeah.
That's happiness, mate. Because that gives you peace of mind. You know what I'm saying? Because we have to have objective morality in this world. If you don't have objective morality in this world, how do you know what's right and what's wrong?
I can listen to Hamza for hours.
Anyway, thank you.
How about you guys?
No, done. I'm gonna go eat.
Brexit, no.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, you're talking about Brexit, eh?
About Brexit.
Are you a Farage or a Boris Brexit?
No, save that for your video. Save that
No
for-
idea Brexit or a deal?
Save that for your video.
No deal Brexit.
Is that going to fit your job? It's a low blow, it's a low
Oh,
blow.
you don't believe in Brexit? You don't want Brexit?
I do.
Oh, yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind.
Agnostic is just a made-up word.
I don't know
For
how
me, an
it-
agnostic,
to be honest, I don't know
they
how-
don't know.
All these Brexiteers here.
I don't know
It's-
how
it's-
it will
it's-
affect. I don't know how it will affect.
No, they don't know if
me,
there
to
is.
be honest.
They can't prove it either way.
We'll probably need visas to
But you
go
don't need to
Europe,
prove it
won't
either
we?
way.
Most people will only vote on their self.
We'll need to get.
Oh, have you started it?
We'll need it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
sorry.
I got some support here.
Go on, talk about it. Let's talk about it. You want to talk about it? Yeah, it's fine. Oh, come on, let's talk about Brexit then.
We will have to have visas for Europe, right? We need the visas.
Yeah, when you go on holiday, you may have to fill out a visa, just like when you go to
A
India,
visa
or
form.
just like when you go
I mean,
to
can you
Saudi
imagine
Arabia.
what about, like,
What a
going and
shame!
get
What a
apply-
shame!
So let's just-
What a shame!
Applying for a visa
So
for
just so I
France.
understand this, you want to leave the EU, yeah, with
Yes.
a no deal,
Yes,
with no
that's what Brexit,
intermediary period.
That's what Brexit was.
No, was it? According to whom?
The EU.
No, according to whom?
The EU.
No, the EU have accepted a deal.
The EU made a statement 2 days before the referendum. They clarified, if you guys leave, it's no deal. We're not playing ball.
Speak to you guys in a minute.
So it was defined. It was defined.
I don't think it was.
Juncker defined it. I sent you that one.